Morning. Wednesday again. Boy, the moon was so bright this morning. I think it's full tonight. These last couple days leading up to a full moon, it just always looks full for a couple days, but I think technically I think tonight's full moon. It sure was bright. Even this morning, just the trees were glowing. I always enjoy that. So today we'll do circuit training again in a Tabata fashion. So I have 4 or 5 circuits that we'll get through. We will do each of the exercises for 40 seconds on, then 20 seconds rest. We'll work our way through all of those, and if we need to, we'll circle back and pick up 1 or 2 again just to finish out our 45 minutes. To begin with, we're going to start with some cardio. The cardio will be 30 seconds a piece, and then we'll go back through those 2 times before we move on to our circuit. I've got some weights over there. I don't know, it's kind of hard to look in this. I can see it up on my screen. You can see it on the second screen, my side screen. I have 2 sets of weights. I have 5s and 3s for some choices. You can use weights or not, as always, but some water is a great idea. I got a little electrolyte powder in mine. I've come to really enjoy my electrolyte powder, so let's get started. First, we'll start with a little stretchy warm up. So standing up nice and tall, inhale, reach. Let's pick some apples. Apple season's almost over. I know there is some, you pick apples in some of the orchards around here. I like to pick my own, but I also like to just go buy a bag of apples, let them pick it. Because sometimes the crowds are crazy at those you pick things. So I'd rather crowds and the bees. This is the time of year for the bees. Now bring the arms down. Let's do some shoulder rolls. 1 arm at a time, big circles, like we're doing the backstroke. And then go the other way. Now we're going to do the forward crawl. And take your hands to your hips. Let's do the loop. Nice and slow here so you can feel the range of motion. You can also really kind of ripple around and feel all the different groups of muscles working in the thighs especially. Go the other direction. And then come to just a standing position. Let's get started with our cardio. So the first one's butt kicks. Remember, we're just going to do these for 30 seconds a piece, which means I have to keep an eye on that timer. So just some gentle butt kicks. Keep the elbows elevated. Feel the breath get going. Another 10 seconds of this. And you can go faster or slower. And now we're going to switch to a side step. So just a side step with arm circles. My weather station says it might rain today. I don't know if it's rained or not. I haven't really turned the light on to see if there was any rain. It's that time of year though. But it's gotten cooler. All right, now we're going to switch to a side jack. So leg comes in and out, but arms go kind of like a seal clapping. Keep the arms shoulder height. Nice wide opening. And 5 more seconds of this. And then we'll do a squatting 2 steps to the side. So a squat, 1, 2, the other way, 1, 2, 1, 2. And squat lower. Try to keep your spine neutral and not rounding. 10 more seconds of this. And then the last one of this group is a lateral pull down with a knee lift. So it's like you're pulling something from above. Bring elbows to hips, but lift one knee and then the other. And then we're going to cycle through all that again. Get a good solid 5-minute cardio. Hopefully you can feel your heart rate increasing, respiratory rate increasing, maybe a little sweat, huh? All right, let's go back to the butt kicks. You can add a little pull back if you want, or just keep your arms up here. Ten more seconds of this. 3, 2, 1, side step with arm circles. So you can step wider, you can step quicker, and reverse the direction of the circles. Sometimes that really plays with my brain for some reason. That's good though. I need to exercise the brain too. 5 more seconds. Back to our side jacks with our seal claps. So open. My heart rate's up. And I'm breathing faster. Remember that good deep breath. Keeps those lungs healthy, aerated. Keeps the flow going, the germs away. Alrighty, now to squatting 2 steps. So 1, 2, 1, 2. Maybe try coming a little lower, keeping your knees behind your toes. Your weight is in your hips. Keep those hands up by your face. We're going to do a little shadow boxing here in a minute. And then finally our lateral pull downs with the knee lifts. So pull and lift. "15 more seconds." I have a tickle. 5, 4, 3, lift the knee, 2, and 1. Take a break, grab a drink. So we'll move on to our first circuit. In this circuit, there are 4 exercises. We'll do each for 40 seconds. 20 seconds off in between. They're pretty easy to learn, so I think I'll just utilize those 20 seconds of your rest to show you the next exercise. We're going to start with our shadow boxing. I've got my light weights. You can have weights or not. Come into a little squat here, and you return, and don't hit yourself in the mouth, but you return your fist up to your face to protect yourself. So jabbing, let's bring feet a little wider than hip distance apart. Bend in the knees, flex in the ankles, flex at the hips. We're just gonna cross over, and I'm rotating my wrist. So let's go, 40 seconds of this. And you can come up onto the ball of the foot and bring the hip into this, adding some momentum if you were really boxing. We're halfway through our 40 seconds. So you kind of spin on the foot so you can throw that hip into this. 10 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Squat to put your weights down. You take a break. The next one is a front kick and a back kick. So the front kick, I'm going to keep my hands up here. It's with the little toe edge of my foot. So I'm going to kick, other leg, like a donkey kick back. Like you're trying to kick somebody away. All right, here we go. We'll do half on one side, and then we'll switch. Side of the leg, heel, side of the leg, or side of the foot, and heel. And imagine you're really kicking somebody away. Protect your face. Now we're going to switch legs. Ten more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Take a break. I'll show you the next one. It is step back to plank. So you can do this at a chair, hanging onto the chair. I'm going to be at the top of my mat. Reach up, down, one step back, plank, one step up, another step up, up. That's it. Let's go. And again, you can use the chair. You would hang on, and I hope you can see me. Step back, step up, up. Step back, step back. Just don't push your chair out from underneath you. Ten more seconds. 3, 2, 1. 20 seconds rest. The next one, side lunge. You'll need a weight if you have it. I've got the heavier weight. And the side lunge, you're going to lunge on the side that has the weight. Drop that weight down and then toss it to the other hand as you go side to side into lunge. Here we go. Again, trying to keep your spine neutral, flexing at the hip. Keep the toes in front of the knee. So many rules. And keep your shoulder in line so I don't let this pull me into a rounded shape. And again, the weight's in the heels and in the hips. It should always be really easy to lift your toes. And take a break. So we'll take a good minute break, maybe minute and a half, grab a drink. You can keep moving a little bit, walk around. So circuit number 2. We'll be in a goddess squat. So we'll turn the toes out. If you were the center of a clock, it would be like an 11 in 1 position. And bend. And we'll need our weights for this one. I think I'll use my lighter weights. And it's a compound movement. So we're doing several movements during this. We'll start in a squat. Then we're going to do a bicep curl, shoulder press, straighten the legs. Back down. You can join me. So I've woven in cardio, and all of this is also increasing your heart rate. But be slow with these, especially these compound movements. So we'll gain strength, range of motion, but it's also allowing you to bring some awareness to alignment and form so you don't end up hurting yourself. Keep going. I'll do this one a little bit longer than 40 seconds so I can get my clock back on schedule. 10 more seconds. And 3, 2, 1. Put your weights down. This next one is a knee up, and sometimes you do knee up and tap. This time you kind of mimic bending a bar or breaking a bar over your knee. So here we go, arms up. Bend that bar, break the bar. So you can go faster, slower. But again, we focused on cardio. This is cardio, but focus on form. And then if we go nice and slow, there's longer periods of time that your muscles are under tension. There's an acronym for that. I'll have to look that one up. A couple more seconds, 20-second rest coming up now. Next one. So this is a one side and then the other side, and it's an up and down punch. So again, I've got those hands by my face. You can use weights if you want, but maybe this first time through, no. So a little squat, and I'm gonna punch up, punch down, punch up, punch down. Join me, up, down, up, down. So if the knees are bugging you, you can eliminate the squat and just punch up and down. And if you can come in and out of the squat, it's another compound movement. Keeping those knees behind the toes, keeping this other hand in front of the face for protection. 5 more seconds this side. And take a break. Second side coming up. So notice when you bend that the toes are still visible. So my hips come down. And my knees track right down the center of my feet. So if you need to turn your toes out a little bit, that's fine. 5 more seconds, we'll do second side. So stay light on the feet. Here we go, up, down. So this is some shadow boxing. So self-defense. So imagine you're punching somebody up high, somebody down low. So maybe there's a certain somebody you can visualize, huh? Or maybe just some annoyance right now, some situation, something that you just want to punch. Keeping the other hand by your face. 3 more seconds. And take a 20-second break. All right, next one. That was the end of that circuit. So we're going to take a minute break and grab a drink. Let me clear my clock so I have a better idea of my seconds. The third circuit, it's that step back plank again, but we're gonna add a push-up. So I'll be reaching, folding, step back, push up, and then step forward, reach up. If you were using the chair, grip the outside of the chair, keep the force down. I know you can't see me too well here. Keep the force down and don't, I'm on carpet, so my chair's not gonna go anywhere, but if your chair is on a wooden floor or linoleum, just be careful that you're just pushing down and you're not pushing that chair away. I'll step back, so now I'm in a plank, push up. All right, here we go. Try to alternate the leg that steps back and steps forward. So it just adds a little variety and adds a little brain work. We have our favorite sides. Let's incorporate both. Keep going. I forgot my push-up that time. We've got about 5 more seconds. Time for one more good one. And 20 seconds break. So the next one is Russian twists. I'm going to come to a seated position. You can do this on the chair as well. I've got one of my heavier weights. Heels can be on the ground or heels lifted. Here we go, twisting. And really bring a twist to this. So again, it's another reason to be slow and deliberate. Working obliques, our waist, our core. Maybe you don't keep the heels up the whole time, but maybe you lift them up for as long as you can. If you're in the chair, make sure your sit bones are towards the front edge of the chair so you have room to lean back in this. 5 more seconds. And take a break. And the next one, let me check. Tricep extension. So we'll be back on our feet. I'm going to get one weight, a heavier weight. You could use 2 weights if you wanted to, but I like just the 1 weight. So feet are a little wider than hip distance apart, arms overhead. We're just going to tap between the shoulder blades. Try to keep your ears in line with your shoulders. If you want to, you can come down in a squat for this, adding a little work for the legs. We've got 20 more seconds. So don't let your head dip forward. Keep the shoulders open. Biceps up by the ears, 5 more seconds. And take a break. And this next one, imagine that you have a medicine ball. If you have a medicine ball, you could use it. We're gonna slam it. So my feet are a little wider than hip distance, and I kind of squat as I wham and up. Join me now. Inhale, coming up, exhale. Again, form of the squat. Knees track down the center of the feet. And you should be able to see those toes easily. Don't let your knees dip inward. Hips down. See if you can keep the spine neutral. 3 more seconds. And take a break. So I jumped one, so I gotta remember to circle back and get that one. Okay, so this next one is crossover heel tap. So keeping the fingertips just up by your ears. We're gonna lift a knee, but kind of turn that ankle inward so you can reach over there and tap. Join me now. You can go faster, but pay attention to your form. Don't compromise the form for speed. There's a place for speed, but sometimes speed leads to poor form, and you really don't get the strength benefits that you could have gotten with focus on form and muscle and tension. And take a break. All right, 20 seconds. We'll take a minute break in between our sets. Grab a drink. Okay, so I may have done 5 there. So this next circuit, there are 2 exercises, but we'll do one side at a time. The first one is that boxing hands by the face. And we're going to come into just a little split stance and a little squat. So a little split stance lunge, I guess. And then I'm going to lift my back leg. So extension. And really feel this glute work. Feel the low back work. Here we go. Keep it up. So if the knees are an issue, you can keep the knees more steady and just lift the leg in the back, but lead with the heel. And take a break. And we'll go to the second side. So set up your staggered lunge. Here we go. Lead with the heel. Squeeze through your glutes and even the low back. And remember, the muscles in the back are part of the core as well. We need those muscles. Five more seconds, then we'll take a break. And in your break, I'd like you to just kind of fold over here. You can let your arms hang. Keep your knees bent a bit, so we'll kind of undo this right here, the flank, the hips. Now roll up. Next one. So we're going to come into, we'll use some weights here. We're going to come into a lunge. So lunge, I'm going to step back, come onto the ball of the foot. We're going to do bicep curls in this position. So I better face the clock. Here we go. So this will challenge the balance as well. Look down there, check the knee out, over the ankle, tracking down the center of the foot. Nice, slow, controlled up and down movement through the arms. Five more seconds on this side. We're going to switch the curl on the second side. So switch the legs. Make sure your legs are on railroad tracks, so not a tightrope. Now hold your barbell or your dumbbells like a hammer curls. Here we go. Keep going. Five more seconds, we'll take a break. Take a break. Squat to put your weights down. We'll take a minute break here. Circuit number 5. So we'll need weights once for the third exercise. You can keep moving. We'll take a good minute here. Okay, jog if you like. Keep the heart rate up. And jog if you're stepping with me and walking with me, jogging with me, in all different directions, so all planes of motion. This will help with agility. Another 20 seconds. 15 more. So agility, balance, and motion. But we need the brain to be able to work and change direction, change planes of motion. Alrighty, here we go. Next circuit. The first exercise, side jacks. We've done these before. Let's go. So if you want to do full-on jumping jacks, feel free. 40 seconds of these. If your shoulder range of motion is impaired, You can go back to the seal, keeping the arms a little lower, or even up and down from the hips. You modify this. Now I got to get my timing down again. We're done. Take a 20-second break. Next one is skaters. So you can do this in a way that, and keep your hands up here by your face for this one, a little boxing. So I'm going to step out and tap behind, out, behind. You can also make this a little more plyometric by adding a hop. Here we go. Keep the hands up by the face. Try to keep the spine neutral. Twenty more seconds. And take a break. So the next one's one we'll need the weights for. I'm going to use my lighter weights. This is a compound movement for sure. So we did these a long time ago. So I'm gonna, form is important. Hinging at the ankles, knees are bent, hinging at the hips. It's a fly, a row, and a tricep kick back to the beginning. Let's go. Fly, row, tricep kick back. Fly, row, tricep kick back. Fly, row, tricep kick back. Keep it up. Ten more seconds. And take a break. So the next one, you have some options. You can either come to the mat with me in a Superman stance, so you're up long. We're gonna lift up and down, concentrating on contracting those back muscles. You can also be either on your knees or standing, and we'll bring the forearms forward and then open into a back bend. Forward, open into a back bend. So, let's get going. You decide which. I'm gonna do Superman, so in yoga we call this focus. Focus on the squeeze of those spinal muscles. Ten more seconds. 3, 2, 1. If you're down here on the ground with me, take a child's reach, reach, reach. And come back up. So that was circuit 5. Let's take a minute break, and then I think we will do some balance, cycle back through some cardio, and then do a little cool down. Where's my mic? There it is. Oh, another 20 seconds. It's getting light out there. I don't think it's rained. So for balance today, feet distance apart. Sway around here a little bit. Feel the soles of your feet. Sway around. And then bring awareness to your shins without looking at them. Balance your shins over your ankles, those long, thin shin bones. Shift your weight to your right leg. Bring your arms wide. Lift your knee. This is called staff pose. We'll hold this for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Don't drop it. Kick the leg back, fold forward. Keep the arms open wide, airplane. 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to staff. We'll do one more of those on this side. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Kick back. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift the knee and then point your toe and come back down to that balance. Maybe sway around here a little bit. Second side, shift your weight to your left. Lift your right knee. 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Kick back. Notice balance left and right. It is not uncommon that it's really different. Left side, right side, or day to day. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to knee forward. 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Kick back into airplane. 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the knee forward, point the toe, and come down. Separate the legs, bend the knees. Fold at the hips, let the head hang, let the arms hang. Just breathe. Let's do just a little bit of cardio before we call it a day. Flipping back, let's do some. We'll do 30 seconds of each again, starting with our butt kicks. They don't have to be the biggest butt kicks. It's kind of part of our cool down. Ten more seconds of this, then we're gonna move into our side step with our arm circles. Here we go. Side step. Arm circles. Five more seconds, and then into our side jacks with our seal claps. Here we go. Open, close, open, close. 15 more seconds. And then into our squatting two-step, side step. What would I call that? Squatting two-step sidewalk? I don't know. All right, here we go. We're gonna squat. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. How about double step squat? 2, 1. Hands up by the face. 15 more seconds. 5, 3, 2, 1, and then our lateral pull down, knee up. 1, 2. 30 seconds of this, and we'll take a nice cool down. More seconds. No, 2 more seconds. We're done. All right, meet me in a seated position and crisscross applesauce if you can. If not, you can find a different position for your legs. Your legs can be out long, shins can be underneath you. Reach up. Take the right hand down and over. up. Left hand down, reach over. And up. And over. Bring both arms up. Now let's come into those goalpost arms, goddess arms. We're going to twist to the right. So take left hand to the outside of the right knee, right hand behind you. Sit tall. Breathe. When you breathe, let your belly expand. So diaphragmatic breath. Now back up to center, arms overhead, then drop into goalpost. We're going to take a twist to the left. Inhale and exhale. Belly moves. And bring hands to heart center. We're going to inhale, the palms, my fingers are laced, palms face down. Exhale, push your hands towards me, round your back. Inhale, swoop your hands up, take a back bend with this, look up. And exhale, hands to heart. Let's do 2 more, inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale, 1 more. Exhale the arms down. Now keep your right heel drawn in, so the right knee's bent. We're going to extend the right leg out at an angle. Chest is still square with your mat if you're on a mat. I'm going to take my right forearm over here to my right shin. Left arm up and over, hold. Breathe. Now rise up, and we're going to turn the torso now towards that straight leg. Take your left hand out here, your toes or your shin, but to the outside, wherever it lands. Folding at the hips, drawing your left ribs towards your right knee. Breathe. Unwind, let's take the second side. So, switching the foot. So now right heel in, left leg out. I hope I said that the right way the first time. Other way. Take the forearm to the shin and then reach up and over. So this is a side bend and the fingers are reaching in the general direction of those toes, but it is not important that they make it. So don't round to try to reach the toes. This is lateral flexion and extension. Breathe. Rise up. Turn the torso to face or in that direction, so now you're in a bit of a twist. The straight leg, I'm going to take my right hand, reaching to the outside of the shin, outside of the foot, bringing right ribs towards left knee. Breathe. Inhale up. Now open both legs wide. Adjust on your sit bones. Now you're on your heel. Roll the toes inward like you're pigeon-toed. Sit nice and tall. Now fold forward here at the hips. Your heart is leading the way forward. You can control this with your hands. If you start to round the back, you've gone too far. So for some of us, just getting here is where you need to be. So as you fold forward and you find your edge, then roll on the heels until the toes point up. You'll increase the stretch in the inner thigh. You can reach out here for your toes or your shins. Just depends on how flexible you are in this forward bend. Inhale up, 1 more. Bend the knees, bring the soles of the feet together. Take your ankles, pull on your ankles, feel your sit bones underneath you. And as you pull on the ankles, let the belly come forward, chest come forward, shoulder blades reach back. Maybe this is where you stay, or maybe you fold, any amount. And this is one that I like to just surrender to, so let the head come down. Breathe. Breathe up and down the spine. And then rising up, extend the right arm up, bend at the elbow, give yourself a pat on the back. And take the other hand and kind of move through the shoulder, stretching. Second side, up, pat yourself on the back. Snuggle that bone down into the shoulder socket. Spread those fingers wide, arms wide. And bring your hands home to the heart. It's the yoga teacher in me. I hope you have a great Wednesday. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll be back 7 a.m. on Friday. I'll see you then. Bye-bye.